Shalom, I'm the brother Quatazab Sayan, coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahushai with another lesson. But before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Rekakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth, and who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the Akim that is spread around the four corners of the earth, spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Gan Akim. So today I want to go about the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. So without further ado, I'm going to jump straight into it. This is Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. Gone. So this rich man is speaking about the elites of Esau, which is these bankers, the Bilderberg, the Rothschilds, the all these elites that think that they are going to be safe in the time of judgment, because they are sleeping on so much money that they got their bunkers, they got their space stations, they got their retreats. When this nuclear bomb is going to hit America, they think that they're going to be safe, but that's not going to be the case. If you go into the word sumptuously, let's go into that word, which is lamros.
Strong's G 2988. Lampros. Lampros.
Lampros, which the outline of biblical usage says splendidly. They live splendidly because they have the fat of the earth. They got all the money of all these banks. They have the banks, so they got all this money and they buy the most magnificent places. The other word says magnificently, luxuriously, brilliantly. You see? So the elites of Esau, they think that they are going to be saved from the day of judgment, but we're going to read further about that. Gone. So this is in Revelation, because all over the Bible you got tips and clues to to see, to recognize who is who. Let's go to Revelation 17, verse 4. Because the rich man had on purple, right? Gone. This is Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Gone. And that woman is speaking about America. America with his philosophies. That's the golden cup in her hand. So the woman was arrayed in purple. You see, the rich man also was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and scarlet is a derivative of red. So you see, it's speaking about Esau, and the purple is like a color of royalty, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Yes, that's exactly what these elites have. They got all the gold and the pearls, the precious stones, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Gone. There's all these philosophies that they come around with homosexuality and with democracy, That's all from Esau. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. God, the nations are tired of this bullshit from America, man. They have drunken thereof and they see that's not profitable, man. You know? Verse 8 Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed, but she won't be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Gone. So her iniquity is built up to the heaven. So she cannot plead her case. You know, there's a fierce destruction coming from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, he's coming with his indignation and with his weapon of choice, which is the ICBM missiles, you know, the glittering arrows. And Babylon shall be no more. And everybody's gonna forsake her and go to their own country. You know, all the merchants, they will flee from her. Let's go to James 5, verse verse 1. Bear with me for a second. Gone. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Gone. So they're speaking about that rich man, speaking about the elites of Esau. You know, these Chaldeans, also known as Chaldeans. You know, these people that put these enchantments on the masses. Your riches are corrupt. Your your riches are corrupt, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh, as it is with fire, where fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of Yahweh of Shabbaot, Salakia. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. And ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. And see? Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Gone. So he has patience for the first fruits, you know, for the elect. The elect has to be sealed first before this destruction comes. And then he's going to take back all this gold, all this wealth of the rich man, of the elites of Esau. You see? Everything of Esau is defiled, is corrupt. You know, your riches are corrupt and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered. You see? So riches does not profit in the day of destruction. So Esau is going to be taken down by the hand of Lazarus. Let's continue reading in Luke 19. Salakia, not Luke 19, Luke 16, verse 19. Luke 16, verse 20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. Let's go into that word Lazarus, because Lazarus represents Jake, represents the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites. Lazarus, the outline of biblical usage, says, whom Yahweh helps. You see? So we are going to be helped by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. We are that beggar. We are the poor. Because this is a parabolic speech about how the rich man, Esau, the elites of Esau, versus Jacob, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the very poor and wretched people. You see? We are on the bottom of the food chain right now. Let's get that in Psalms. This is Psalms 115 and 9. O Israel, trust thou in Yahweh. He is their help and their shield. You see? So we are going to be helped by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai in that day. But now we should endure. And the word endure means to make hard. We should have patience. And the word patience goes into long suffering. So we should suffer patiently what has been brought upon us. God, we just read that Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, was full of sores. God, and this is speaking about the sores. Isaiah 1 and 6, from the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. God, and that ointment is the truth. Now we have this truth, and these sores are being healed, or being cleansed. Because we were beaten down by Esau, but now that we have this truth, we have rest in the name of Yahweh Shai. Find you if you have the name of Yahweh Shai, you have rest. Because you know that your salvation is gonna come. Let's go back. Gone. Let me read from the top again. Luke 16 and 20. And there was a certain beggar, which is speaking about us, named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table, whereof the dogs came and licked his sores. Gone. And this is speaking about these other nations that also licked our sores. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Because all these other nations, these Elamites, these Ishmaelites, these Moabites, all of them are licking our sores. Gone. This Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. You see, we are the very poor and wretched people of this society. We are at the bottom. Everybody is licking our sores. And Esau is at the head of that. All of them give homage to Esau. They pay taxes onto Esau, but still they exploit our people. Gone. So it says, verse 21, and desired to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Let's go into that. Who are the dogs? Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 22, verse 16. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. You see? So the dogs have compassed me. So these other nations are compared unto dogs, the assembly of the wicked. So they are the wicked. All of these other nations, they do wickedly against us, you know. Let's go to Revelation 11, verse 9. And they of the people and kindred and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Gone. We are those dead bodies. Yaratazah, we have that breath of life now again, but the rest of our nation, Israel, they're dead, and nobody's telling them who they are. They're not telling us the truth. They're not telling them the truth, you know. Although these nations know who we are, that we are Yashar Allah, we are the princes of power, we are the sons of the Most High here on earth, they won't tell us. They lick our sores. They keep us down. Let's go to Lamentations. Two verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city of man? Is this a city that man called the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Gone. So they look at us, they hiss at us, and they say, like, is this the beauty of the Most High? Man, they hiss at us. They compare us unto nothing. Because they have conquered us. They have conquered our people. But Yahweh Basham Yahushai is going to help us. And that's what it's going to say. Gone. This is Luke 16, verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. You see, the beggar was carried up with the angels, by the angels, to Abraham's bosom. You see? So that's a sign of how we are going to be lifted up in that day. How we are going to be beamed up, how we are going to be helped by the angels of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. The rich man also died and was buried. So there was none remembrance of him. He was buried, and that's it. Verse 23. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and seeing Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. So the rich man, was looking up and seeing that Lazarus was being helped by the Most High. And in that same manner, like how he was looking at Lazarus being helped, Lazarus is going to look down at the rich man and see his instruction. That's in Psalms. And I'm going to close it off with that. This is Psalms 91 and 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Gone. So, Yaratazah, when we, the men of the elect, we are going to be beamed up, then we are going to see the ICBM missiles being bombarded on America and on all the wicked places. That we are going to be lifted up, and that we are going to be helped by Yahweh Basham Yahushai, like how Lazarus was helped. So with that, I hope this video is edifying, and I want to say Kal Halal Yamlah, Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Rekakodash. Shalom Akim.